Tanjiro Kamado bids a heartfelt goodbye to his family, their loving gazes etched in his memory as he embarks on his journey with a basket of charcoal on his back. He begins his descent from the mountain and arrives at the welcoming embrace of the village. As he sells his charcoal, the villagers greet him with open arms, their smiles reflecting their gratitude for his unwavering support and assistance. As the sun sets, casting a cloak of darkness over the land, Tanjiro knows it's time to face the daunting snowy ascent of the mountain. An elderly man intercepts Tanjiro, concern etched on his weathered face. He offers a place to rest for the night, warning him of the lurking dangers that demons bring under the cover of darkness. Memories of his grandmother's tales of these creatures resurface, but Tanjiro assures the man, placing his trust in his own instincts and acute sense of smell. Reluctantly, he accepts the man's offer, knowing the old man's concern stems from a place of genuine care. With the first light of dawn, Tanjiro sets off on the snowy path, anticipation growing as he draws closer to his family's house. A distinct scent tinges the air, catching his attention and stirring a sense of foreboding. The unmistakable smell of blood intertwines with the breeze. In a state of panic, Tanjiro rushes inside, only to face his worst nightmare turn reality, his family brutally murdered. The recently fallen snow is stained with their blood, and the open door only adds to the eerie scene. Amidst the tragedy, the only person still warm is his sister Nezuko. Filled with determination, he scoops her up, desperate to find help from a doctor. However, something is amiss. Nezuko suddenly stirs. Her behavior becomes alarmingly animalistic. It becomes apparent that she is no longer the human sister he once knew. They engage in a struggle that leads them both off a cliff, plunging into the snow-covered abyss below. As Tanjiro regains consciousness, he is met with an unexpected attack from Nezuko. Despite the danger, he persists in trying to reach his sister, hoping to break through to her. In a fleeting moment, the malice in Nezuko's eyes dissipates, replaced by tears. In a split-second decision fueled by love and instinct, Tanjiro pushes Nezuko aside, shielding her from the charging swordsman. Anger and confusion radiate from the swordsman as he demands to know why Tanjiro is protecting a demon. With urgency and desperation in his voice, Tanjiro tries to explain that it is his younger sister. However, his words are met with resistance and disbelief. He pleads with the young swordsman, desperately attempting to convince him that Nezuko doesn't prey on humans, and there was another scent at the scene. Determined and unwavering, Tanjiro swears to find a way to reverse his sister's transformation. Yet his hopes are shattered when the swordsman coldly informs him that it is impossible. The swordsman's blade presses against Nezuko's throat, leaving Tanjiro on his knees, begging for her life. In a moment of reflection and empathy, the swordsman's own memories of family resurface. He berates Tanjiro, reminding him that his perceived weakness will only lead to his death. The swordsman blames Tanjiro for his sister's capture, stating that there is no way he can save her. But Tanjiro's fury and determination ignite a fire within him. Rising to his feet, he launches a direct assault on the swordsman, fueled by his righteous anger. With a stone as a diversion, Tanjiro charges at the swordsman with his hatchet, ready to strike. However, before he can land a blow, the swordsman knocks him unconscious. As Tanjiro lies unconscious, the hatchet mysteriously disappears. Yet to his surprise, it appears lodged in a tree next to the swordsman's head. The swordsman can't help but be impressed by Tanjiro's clever distraction. Even in his unconscious state, Nezuko takes advantage of the chaos, escaping towards her brother. But instead of attacking him, she defends him and turns her attention to the swordsman. The swordsman subdues Nezuko, rendering her unconscious. In a surprising turn, he chooses to spare both siblings. Tanjiro awakens to find his sister by his side, covered with a bamboo muzzle. The swordsman, now revealed as a demon slayer, instructs Tanjiro to seek out an elderly man residing at the base of Mount Sagadi, providing his name as a reference. He warns Tanjiro about the danger of exposing Nezuko to sunlight, implying a secret regarding her nature that is yet to be fully understood. Tanjiro and his sister leave after the swordsman vanishes. To ensure his sister's safety during daylight hours, Tanjiro purchases a sturdy basket, woven from straw and bamboo, from a farmer along the route to Mount Sagadi. As night falls, the siblings make their way up a flight of stairs until they reach a temple. A strong scent of blood catches Tanjiro's attention. leading him to discover a demon feasting on a lifeless body. Without hesitation, the demon turns to defend its territory, launching an attack. Tanjiro narrowly dodges, retaliating by slashing the demon's throat with his trusty hatchet. Nezuko swiftly reacts, delivering a powerful kick that sends the demon's head flying. Suppressing her own hunger, Nezuko rushes to her brother's side. Despite Tanjiro's belief that the demon is dead, he's taken aback when he witnesses its body regenerating and the severed head continuing to speak, even growing arms. Reacting quickly, Tanjiro uses his hatchet to pin the demon's head to a nearby tree, while he relentlessly attacks the body. In a reckless move, he tackles the body, hoping to send it plunging off a nearby cliff. However, Nezuko, aware of the danger, pulls him back just in time, preventing a fatal fall. Uncertain of how to defeat the resilient demon, Tanjiro finds himself at a loss. Suddenly, a masked man appears behind him, informing him that a mere knife won't be enough to kill it. Before Tanjiro can react, dawn breaks and the sun's rays kill the demon. The masked man, sensing Tanjiro's compassion, even towards demons, questions his ability to carry out the duties of a demon slayer. Tanjiro assumes that this is the person he was instructed to find, the one mentioned by the demon slayer, who had provided instructions earlier. Despite his doubts, the masked man decides to test Tanjiro, giving him a chance to prove himself. Upon returning to his home at the foot of the mountain, Urokadaki informs Tanjiro that the real test is about to commence. Determined to prove himself, Tanjiro follows the masked man up the mountain. Their journey abruptly halted at a certain point. The masked man challenges Tanjiro, stating that he will agree to train him if he can make it back down before dawn. Seemingly simple, right? However, as Tanjiro swiftly descends the mountain, he realizes that the entire path is riddled with booby traps. Underestimating the difficulty, Tanjiro faces a grueling night of evading and navigating through the traps, pushing himself to the limit. Miraculously, he manages to arrive home, just in time for daybreak, barely escaping the perils of the traps. Remembering Gyu's letter, Urokadaki accepts Tanjiro's request to train him and care for his demon sister. Descending the mountain, their training begins. The traps become increasingly lethal with each subsequent fall, testing Tanjiro's endurance and resilience. Gradually, he earns the privilege to wield a sword, although the added weight presents a new challenge for him to overcome. Under the guidance of Urokadaki, Tanjiro learns the art of total concentration breathing, a unique breathing technique, and is promised to be taught all 10 forms of water breathing, Urokadaki's specialty. Over the following 6 months, Tanjiro diligently practices and implements the teachings of Urokadaki. However, despite his efforts, he becomes frustrated with the progress. In a moment of despair, he notices a boy wearing a fox mask perched atop a boulder, urging him to stop complaining. The boy, named Sabito, challenges Tanjiro to charge at him and laughs off Tanjiro's concern about his wooden sword, proving that it is more than sufficient. Sabito berates Tanjiro, emphasizing that becoming a master requires more than mere memorization and repetition. To ensure the lessons are ingrained, they need to be pounded into him until they become second nature. Tanjiro is knocked unconscious, and when he wakes up, he meets a girl named Makomo, who introduces herself and Sabito. Makomo stresses the importance of complete, total concentration breathing and advises Tanjiro to practice until he perfects it. For the next 6 months, Tanjiro pushes himself to the brink of death, practicing relentlessly and refusing to give up. He is determined to one day defeat Sabito. In a climatic showdown, Tanjiro and Sabito face off, lunging at each other. In a split second, Tanjiro's blade slices through Sabito's mask, revealing a smirking face. Tanjiro realizes he is now prepared. The two mysterious children vanished before he realized what had happened. He broke through the boulder, not the mask. Tanjiro credits his accomplishments to identifying the opening thread. A thread that directs his sword to an opening appears when he detects a scent. Urokadaki arrives behind him and admits that he believed it would be possible to cut the boulder. He made that his objective since he didn't want to send another student to their death in the final selection. But this isn't the end of his hardships, only the beginning. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.